Hey guys, Andy Prepper here, doing a quick survival preparedness book review of somewhat of an interesting topic, for me anyway. Survival Mom by Lisa Bedford. You say, Andy Prepper, you're a guy. Why are you reading a book that's called Survival Mom? Well, frankly, it's a great book. Excellent book for general preparedness, general day-to-day kind of issues, and longer-term survival type stuff. Wonderful book for a reasonable price. I believe the MSRP is about 20 bucks. I think I got it for about $12 or so on Amazon. You know, super saver shipping and all that good stuff. Love this book. Have not read it every bit cover to cover. I've read lots of sections in it, you know, thumbed through and skimmed a lot of it, and I'm now making my way through page by page at present. Great, great book. Don't know a lot about the author other than she's done a lot of survival prepping videos and TV shows, stuff like that. Glenn Beck and some other folks, articles and whatnot in newspapers and magazines and whatnot. So here's the book. Show you up close what it looks like. Survival Mom. Lisa Bedford says how to prepare your family for everyday disasters and worst case scenarios. I have to agree with that. This thing covers just about everything. Great little book. I would say it would be a wonderful addition if you're trying to get your wife or girlfriend or your mom or sister or whoever into basic prepping and all of that. This does take a mother's perspective on things of taking care of your kids and, you know, keeping the family household running well. And yeah, some of you may say that that's not a woman's job. Well, women tend to do that a lot. You know, women think differently than men, okay? They have different brains. They do. Sorry if you disagree, but you're just wrong. Women think differently. This takes an angle on that. It talks about diapers and, you know, keeping your kids clean and safe and all that. A lot of things that maybe a guy just ain't gonna think about. Great checklists in here. Great, you know, run-throughs of all sorts of things. Just across the board. You know, it covers what if you're going to be out of a job. You know, prepping for not having a lot of cash, living on a budget. What types of food do you need to store? How's that going to affect your gut? They even talk about, you know, what happens when you switch to your all-survival food out there that's high protein of, not high protein, high fiber of ground wheat and beans. Is that going to upset your stomach, and what do you do about that? So, all sorts of stuff. It talks about basic calories and caloric content of basic things, beans, whatnot, you know, all your subtypes of beans. All that's in here, calorie calculators, just as much detail as you want or as little as you may need. Talks about making your own detergent, stuff like that. Firearms training, you know, what do you need? What type of weapons are good for what? How to cook your foods. Recipes. Prepping your family to keep them from being bored if they're snowed in. What do you do when the power's out? What type of water sources do you need to get? On and on and on and on and on. This thing is just excellent. Lots of little tips and such in the sidebars here, little minor tips that are quite good. Wonderful, wonderful quotes from folks about survival, prepping, and planning. She even quotes General Patton in this thing. Just excellent, excellent, excellent. Here's one of your little checklists here for your vehicle emergency kit right there. It covers everything. Heck, this covers more than I carry. Now, this covers all terrain and all climates and such, so, you know, in the South, maybe I don't need everything for cold weather that you may need up in the frozen North, but fantastic book. A little over 300 pages long, a very easy read, very accessible. Would, of course, recommend, you know, if you're going to use any of these checklists, instead of writing them right in the book, I would say photocopy them, you know, and keep them with the book, or use them as page markers, something like that. You know, why waste this if you're going to modify it of your list and your meals and your other type options that you're going to carry around, your family kit, etc. Because that's going to evolve and change as you prep and upgrade. So, great book, just well referenced, well indexed, easy to get all the information you need in a hurry, and a decent read. It's quite entertaining, it's quite decent, and there's a lot of things in there I'd not thought about. Making my own detergent. Well, I just stock a lot of detergent. Well, she goes more detail about that. She talks about using your pool water for survival and how that's not particularly a good idea. Just on and on and on. Wonderful ideas, wonderful input. Not just for moms, despite the cover and the title. Anybody can use this book. Great read. Again, if you're a guy out there who's a prepper like myself and you meet some chick who says, you're weird. That's just strange. You know, why would I want to prep? What's the point? This book may turn them around. It talks about just tons of topics, just every single thing you can think of, from surviving a power outage or a snowstorm to hurricanes and earthquakes, just everything, absolutely everything. She talks about storing gold and silver and the pluses and minuses of that. And honestly, I think she's very practical, very reasonable about what's a good idea and what's not. I really do like the book. I can't say enough good things about this, frankly. Decent size and all for putting in your backpack or in your car if you had to bug out. Again, just a quick reference, just to read up on and think about things. Great book. 12 bucks or so on Amazon is what I think I paid for this. You know, even at 20 bucks, even at more than that, this book is very much worth it. I just like it. I really do. It's just good stuff. Everything in here is excellent. Again, like I said, prepared and designed, written by a woman for women, but I had no problems reading this. I feel perfectly manly reading a woman's survival tips. Great book. Highly recommend it. Get it as a gift for somebody. Christmas, birthday, whatever's coming up. Mother's Day's past now, but still, not a bad gift. Get them something else too, though. Get them some flowers and all. Anyway, Indie Prepper, out.